think we will be ready to get started in just one moment. I think I've updated my microphone a bit, so it should be a bit louder. Please let me know if it is not, or if it is still too soft, and I might be able to adjust it. But hello, howdy, hi. Very happy Monday tidings to all y'alls. So, welcome in, welcome in. Today we are going to be starting a new project, and as you might have read, it is a rock, paper, scissors robot. And before we get started, thank you so much for subscribing, Cogs. Always nice, never necessary. But thank you. Okay. Hello, Hello, Pokemon. Hello, Brink. Hello, Shinzu. Hello, Gideoneer. Hello, Dropped Frame. Hello, Cogs. And hello, Wolfwood Sword. And hello, Shy Guy. And we did get cards instead of crown, so I'm pretty happy. This is starting out to be a pretty good day. So yeah. Nahit. Hello, Nee. Hello. Alright, so getting started, I am just going to open the cards and talk for just a little bit. We are going to be doing a project that is the... Oh, hello, Mobile Armor. We are going to be doing a project that we are... My offer to buy the shiny Tyranitar still stands. As long as it's not foil you're eating. What? I'm not going to eat a Pokemon card. No offense. So let's do a quick check of the cards, then we'll get started, okay? Okay, so we got a Tink, Graveyard, a Sandshrew. Oh, that art's pretty. A Spearow, a Frostmoth, a Lieutenant Surge Barkin, our Gargonicle, a Nickel, a Clotster. Wow, we got, like, nothing. And a Steelix. Oh, hey, Comrade Soul. Long time no siege. And, oh, here's the code thingy if you guys want to yoink it for whoever gets it. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started, though. So, as stated, we are going to be working on a rock, paper, scissors robot. However, the robot is going to be... I am part robot. Oh, hey, Sifo, long time no see. So, what we will be needing to do is we are going to be using these guys. So these are stripped down TENS units. Essentially, these guys are used for electrical stimulation, typically for muscle pain or for rehabilitation. However, they can be used for other purposes. We will be using it for another purpose. Hello, Spikes. And, Yar, we shall see how it goes. Electrical rock. But yes, I'm not 100% sure. I am going to hydrate. Maybe not today, Sparks, but definitely in the near future. We are going to TENS rock, paper, scissors. Yes. Okay, so hear me out, okay? So when you play rock, paper, scissors, you can't play it against yourself, right? Because you normally go like 1, 2, 3, shoot. But if you know what both hands are going to be, it's no fun. So hear me out. If instead we let Twitch control one of the arms and then do like 1, 2, 3, shoot, then this arm will be controlled by you guys. And then I won't know what it's going to be. And then we can play rock, paper, scissors with each other. Thoughts? But, so that's the general idea. That's the general idea. So we're gonna get to play some rock, paper, scissors. I'm a little uncertain about some things, but we will get it. We will get there when we get there. First thing that we have to do... Alright, see you later, Sifo. Electrical stimulation, not shocks. Yes, that's correct. Well, I mean, there's not much difference. Okay, so if you take a quick look at this guy, you'll see in the bottom corner, we'll see the power pads. Well, let me see if I can change... See if that's any more readable. Give me a second. Hold on. Oh, definitely not that. Okay. Are the 10 units good enough for scissors and different signals? Yes, they should be good enough for different signals, I think. But I mean, we'll figure it out pretty quickly, I would say. So, if you guys take a look in the bottom corner, maybe a bit further out. So in the bottom corner over here, we have what was previously the power. So if you take a look, that's minus and that's positive on this side. So that's where we need to be attaching to. I need to clean these up because when we were last using them, they were a little sketchy. So first things first, we're going to clean this guy up. So it's going to be quite a bit of soldering. We are going to use pref boarding for this. We are going to try to make it not like as nice as possible, but I would like to make it presentable, if that makes any sense. You know, the type that you can take home to mom or dad and not be upset with how it turns out. At least that's the cope that I'm going to tell myself. So yeah. Oofies. Okay. I'm gonna turn on soldering station. My parents would be upset no matter what. I don't think so. Not necessarily. I think that really just depends. Okay, so... Again, I just have to get this solder off, so I'm going to apply some flux to it and see if I can just get it attracted to the iron. That would be the simplest solution. Probably should have grabbed... I can use a wire. I'll use wire. That's fine. Yeah, I'll just use wire. That's fine. Okay, give me a second. So, did anyone... Well, if I would use electrodes on myself, I would have a lot of questions. If I would use the electrodes on myself, I would have a lot of questions. What do you mean by that? I really just need to clean this up. Also, it still remnantly smells like popcorn. 10's unit spotted. Hey Yuki, welcome in. How are you doing? I just really want to take away the solder. Okay, there we go. Okay. So I really just wanted to remove the excess solder there because the original bond was very, 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 very bad. So yeah. Okay. So this does seem more workable. Let's go ahead and move on to the other one. I do have 3 10s units. I have a 4th in the mail. I'm not sure when it will get here. Though we should not need it. If I am correct. How come your bench still smells like popcorn? I can't find any valid reason. That is because reasons. That is because, unfortunately... Okay, so... Oh, also hello, Theo. Good to have a spare. Yeah, we have 3, and we should only need 2 for this experiment. And we may need 3, but I don't think we are going to. Honestly, this one's not that bad in the first place, but I still want to clean it up. Okie dokie. Give me a second. Not usually. Yeah, Yuki's just a fellow VTuber who streams tech stuff sometimes. Oh, hold on. I'm struggle busing. My touchscreen is not working on my, Well, that's disconcerting. Okay, we'll deal with that later. That's a later me's problem. Actually, I'm gonna address it now. Give me a second. Give me just a second. Okay. Apologies. My phone's touchscreen is struggle busing right now, apparently. Cancel. Okay. But yeah, let's see. So it is almost a new year. Yeah, it's probably slightly damaged from the grease. Okay, there we go. Unfortunately, it's probably slightly damaged from the grease from our, How? What do you mean, how? You started a tattoo touch. We were only 3, by the way. Anyways, I placed a screen on the bench on the no dust. Only slightly dangerous, and we had a good laugh. Oh, I see. Yeah. It was only slightly dangerous. But yeah, so unfortunately, I do believe I may have gotten a slight bit of damage from it. Okay, there we go. And again, I'm just trying to get the excess solder off before I solder new wires on there. Okay, so again, we are looking at the negative and positive for the battery over here in the bottom corner. And you'll see that they are clearly detached now, so it should be fine. And we are going to be putting this guy on a perf or perforated board. Let's go ahead and get this started. Okay, so we're going to need a perf board. What else are we going to need? We are going to need relays, for sure. Probably 3 relays. We may need more, but I think 3 should be fine for now. And then, what else are we going to need? Microcontroller. Alrighty. Oh, and we are also going to need power. So we're also going to need a power solution. I think we are just going to use, for safety reasons, we are just going to use some D batteries. Or, wait, 9-volt batteries. I'm not sure if they're D batteries, but 9-volt batteries. Just for safety reasons. They run on 9 volts, and we could power them with 9 volts on, like, our benchtop power supply. But these have a maximum amount they can put out. By the way, it's definitely worth it. By the way, I'm looking for the giving viewers a form of... Oh! Thank you so much for the raid, Ty. Welcome in, Raiders. I am Oriana Aura. I am a human hybrid dolphin VTuber inventor. I make silly devices. And thank you so much for raiding me, Ty. It's really appreciated. Let me shout you out. Ty 999. Welcome in, Raiders. How was your trucking stream? I was there for some of it. Yar. I'm also looking, I've checked several Twitch APIs to use a specific service. There's a specific service you can use. If you send me a DM, I can probably send you the information you might need via. Okay. Were you in 3 streams at a time? Here, Ty is and Ready Studies. Cogs is always in multiple streams at multiple different times, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Cream Cat? I actually do not know who that is. Okay, so again, we're going to need power. We'll start with 2. And... debating how big I would need this guy to be. Debating if we even need this, first of all. Oh, wait. Hello, Otako-tan. Welcome in. Hello. Welcome in, Otako-tan. Nodders. What are the specs on these 30 milliamps, 120 volts? No, they are... I would have to pull up the specs of them, but the unit number, give me 67 seconds, is a TENS 7000 unit. So if you want to look at that so you can see the data, you might be able to find it there. Cogs omnipotent, for real? Yeah, definitely. Also, I saw some of your art that you were drawing, Otako-tan, during, like, the Christmas streams. I lurk. It's pretty cute stuff. Anywho, let us get cutting. Good, but I'm sick. Finally back home so I can chill and cool people's streams. Oh, nice. Do you know if Avocado's streaming tonight? Or if Avo is? pipe cutter jump scare. No, it's not a pipe cutter jump scare. I just need it for reasons. Okay. Okay. Oh, hello, Wolf. Welcome in. I'm not sure if I already said welcome in to you. Not my art? Yeah, I have. Have you thought of a Dremel about that? Okay, so a little bit about Dremels. I have thought about using Dremels for this type of stuff. However, oh, dude, Yuki. Okay, real talk. The pipe cutters are the best tool. If you, because you like, if you're, I don't want to, like, advertise this as if you were weak, but if you cannot, like, cut through things, this guy just, like, lets you ratchet through it, so you can, like, apply force and then wait, apply force, wait, apply force, wait, so on and so forth. It is very, very worth it. Would suggest out of 10. I would say it's almost as important as a screwdriver or a hammer. I'd say it's more important than a hammer, actually. Have you ever sharpened the blade? No, I just buy new ones. Probably not the best idea. Let's go ahead and... First things first, let's go ahead and get some wires soldered on these guys. I think Avo said she was off until New Year's. Oh, okay. And then along the lines with Dremel, I was trained, or not trained. Trained's the wrong word. Instructed, I suppose, is a better word. Instructed on how to use every tool as a hammer. That's true. Watch her make Aaron. That snapping sound is so satisfying. Oh, dude, it definitely is. It definitely is, Otako. Also, you know, if you're ever up for something, you know, let me know. So about the Dremel. Oh, yes. So about the Dremel. Let me just get this guy in place. Honestly, I can probably just keep it on the ground. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it on the ground. Oh, did I just kill the music? Okay. Yes, sorry. So about the Dremel, I was trained on how to use it during shops in college, because I actually did machine shop stuff in college with woodworking and some basic metalworking. Like very, very basic metal stuff. Small musical blip. Yeah, that was because I turned on the solder air sucker, and I still have no idea why, but it kicks the power. Oh, yes, and I finally... Yes, Brink, I finally improved it. I finally approved it. But yes, so I was trained on it, trained on how to use basic shop tools, and one of them, of course, was the Dremel. And we were forced to, like, learn how to carve out our name and certain things. But unfortunately, like, every time I would use that, I, like, managed to accidentally cut myself. And a Dremel's not a fun tool to accidentally cut yourself with. And I am really, 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 really not for that. Because I'm very clumsy, if you guys haven't noticed. I'm not, like, the most dangerous tool that I use is... I generally try to stick away from an exhaustion for a... Oh, yes. So, not a hood, but, like, a little sucker. And posture check is good, thank you. And hydration, thank you, Ty. No, not at all. Oh, hello, spooky one. My background is actually in biomedical engineering, which is basically electrical engineering for the human body. But I have a definite interest in it. I've honestly never... Oh, it just, like, nicked. It just, like, nicked off. It's the same thing with those, if you've seen the things that you use, like, rubber stamps, like the things that you use to carve rubber stamps, like an arts class, it's the same type of thing, like a little, like, yeah, slip and bonk. But anyways, nothing too bad, but I have just been, I wouldn't say terrified of it, but I've been not wanting to use one since. Because I know Dremel is definitely an extremely useful tool, but I'm just worried about it. Let's get this guy lined up, though. Oh my gosh. Okay. I thought the heart attack meant you missed less streams. No, you meant... No, Cogs is correct. I believe they had a heart attack during one of them, unfortunately. But Cogs is luckily recovering, if I recall correctly. Or should be recovering correctly. Do you spend times biohacking yourself sometimes? Realistically, no. That would be extremely irresponsible. Realistically, what's the word? Oh, thank you so much for following Smog Scales. Oh, are you a fan of The Hobbit? I hope you're a fan of The Hobbit. Hopefully you're a fan of The Hobbit. Let's go ahead and get this guy attached. Yes, 100%. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. I'm just pre-ironing or pre-tinning this guy, and we shall get it. Okay. Minus. To be careful, please be careful. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is not good. Not a good bond. Hold on. Give me a second just to focus, guys. Nope. Okay. Give me a second to figure out a different approach. Okay. I swear the helping hands are the biggest game changer for soldering things. I feel like if... I was about to say, I feel like they're actually an active hindrance. But maybe I just need better helping hands. That could very well be the solution. Okay. Also, I had to do the dumbest fix on a headset ever. Had to add solder to an MMCX connector so it wouldn't lose connection on my earbuds. I'm just going to use a tactical... I'm just going to use a tactical piece of duct tape. Okay. One sec. Another piece of solder. Yes, so that would be the thought, right, Yuki? The problem is I don't really have a great space to hold with it. And if I just let this guy go, it would just fall down as is. I guess I can kind of balance it on this duct tape. Maybe we do that. Yeah. This might actually be the way to go. This is the way. Okay. Maybe this is the way. Luckily, I did order a vise. I did order a vise, but it's not going to be in for a little whiles. I made sure to pick up a lot of things. Okay. Away? Yes. Yeah, you need more girthy ones? Yeah, maybe. Okay, I'm much happier with that bond. Oh, a grip strength trainer? No, we aren't making a grip strength trainer. We're not making a grip strength trainer. None of that. None of that. We are perfectly strong enough as is. Perfectly strong enough as is. But yes, I do have a very, very... Since when? Since now. Since now, Clogs. Since now. I mean, did you buy one and don't lie? Would you believe me if I already said we have, like... Would you already... okay, so first of all, would you believe me if I said I already have a hand grip strength trainer? And then second, would you believe me if I said that I actually have a pretty good grip strength? Those are the two things. Yes. See? See, Yuki believes me. Yes and maybe. Okay. Yes and no. Guys, come on. I need a bit of credit. I should have soldered the other one first. I should have soldered this one first. That would have made my life better. Pressing X to doubt with the hand shit thing. What I need is a better solution. No, because we've talked about this before and we've seen your grip strength. Okay, have you actually seen my grip strength, though? Those grippers are insane, trust. Hey, Silver! Long time no see! How have you been? How have you been? Hopefully okay. Okay, come on. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, so we are just going to try to get this guy soldered real quick. Give me a second. You're doing good? Okay. I'm also doing pretty good, you know? Just vibing, streaming some. You are. Maybe do the interconnection first. I will do the interconnection first next time. Thank you. Shinzu. Also, thank you guys all for being here today. It is very much appreciated for you guys to be here. It's always fun to have people to chat with, or chat with, as we do whatever project we are currently working on. And again, currently we are trying to work on a rock, paper, scissors robot, using myself as the robot. Which I'm not sure if that makes it better or worse. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this guy. Where else would we be ready stream? I mean, there are other places, right? Okay. Okay. And then I'm just gonna turn this guy on real quick. Android Ori? What? Okay, you should be able to hear it come on briefly. I'm not sure if you guys can hear the beeping. But, the power connection seems fine. That's okay. I'm second monitor content, and I am fine with being second monitor content. I'm very fine with being second monitor content. But yeah, in Machine Shop, I actually got, or in like Wood Shop / Machine Shop training, I actually got exposure to a lot of different tools. Most of them being like essentially simpler stuff. Essentially everything you need for fabbing and manufacturing of simple components, but nothing you need for like... Obviously, they didn't teach us how to use like a lathe or... What's the word? They didn't teach us on how to use a lathe, or they didn't teach us on how to like really do much stuff with metal beyond cut it and shape it, CNC. Yeah, we had a CNC machine, but we generally did not make too much use of it. TV is worse than second screen content. TV scares me. Because that means that you are watching actively and I'm scared. Oh, so you don't get to learn the fun stuff? Well, yeah, so it actually wasn't part of a class. Oh, let me take a drink of water 1 second. Thank you, Otakotan, for that. And posture is good, thank you. Yeah, so technically it wasn't for a class. I just happened to... Well, it kind of was for a class. It was for my senior design course. And... Okay. If you know me in real life, this is going to dox me. But if you know me that well, you probably already knew it was me. There was a time in my life where I was making, like... Maybe I can still keep it vague. Hold on, I'll keep it vague. I'll try to keep it vague. There was a time in my life when I was in senior design and we had to make a custom tool or a custom press for manufacturing small metal parts. And we didn't have enough budget to essentially get something milled out of metal. So what we had to do was we would make wooden presses to make like artisanally crafted like little tiny pieces of metal that were used as a consumable in our project. And that thing was so rough to deal with. Already doing sketchy things with tools or fearing a Dremel. I mean, I do sketchy things with tools. I just don't do super sketchy things with tools. Have you ever read The Toaster Project? He does something similar. No, I have not. 1 second, I just want to angle this guy down slightly. Oh. Dokie. Okay, looking good. Let's go ahead and do the next one. It's an amazing book about someone trying to make a toaster from scratch. Yeah, but wooden... Dude, I literally had to make, like, a wooden press, and I got really good at, using, like, a bandsaw, because I'd have to bandsaw the shape out. And, oh my gosh, I went through so many of those. And essentially, one person on our team had to learn how to use all of, like, the machine shop tools. And I was the unfortunate one who had to learn. So that is how I got exposed to all those tools. He makes wooden dies for pouring molten plastic for the case. That feels a little too real, man. I see he struggled as much as I did. I feel bad for him. Solder. Time for dinner. Fellow chatters preventing fires. Don't worry, we won't have any fires. I don't anticipate any fires. Low probability of fires in this experiment. As I say, getting close to a capacitor. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, Meridian. Welcome in. Those bridged. I do not want those bridged. I do not want those bridged. Having a slight issue. I may need to clean this up with... Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean this up. Let me get... Those normally go pop. Yep, they do normally go pop. Oh my gosh, please just... Struggle bussin', dude. We are just struggle bussin' today. Absolute struggling. Okay, there we go. Hopefully we didn't hopefully we didn't. That's why the time limit. Oh yeah, but that's super long ago, Silver. That is omega long ago. Okie dokie. I need to be a bit smaller. I want to be a bit smaller in the right. Okay, but these guys look together. Let's go ahead and check that it turns on with the battery. If not, we'll cry and then we'll move on. So yeah. We may have tried to drown a dolphin though. Wait, what? Wait, what are you guys talking about? Oh, I remember that. When there was no time limit on the... Okay. Okay, I'm now picking up what you guys are setting down. Alright, so same thing. You guys should be able to hear the beep. So, I think you can. You guys should be able to. If you can't, let me know. But should be good. But yeah. So let's go ahead and move on. Onwards and upwards. Okay. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get this guy trimmed a bit. Give me a second. Remember, you're running out of aura. I have chewy sweet tarts for a snack tonight, Ori. Nice! Are those good for your heart, though? Are those a heart-healthy snack, Cogs? Is what I would say if I was your doctor. I am not your doctor. Okay. So, next thing that we need to do is to solder them to a common ground. Okay, guys, I have a question for you. Okay. Do we go with the safe method? Or not like the safe method, but do we go with perf board or breadboard? I'm fine with going with either. And either will work, I believe. Either should work. Perf board, bread. Okay, so we have one for both. We'll wait for another vote. Bread. Test with bread. Okay, bread. Which one is cheaper? Breadboard's cheaper, I believe. Okay, a lot of breadboard. Okay, we'll start with bread. So, in that case, that will be pretty easy. Let's go ahead and hook up a test. Let's see if we can get a test started, or at least hooked up pretty quicker. Ooh. Okay. So the idea here is that we are going to take the pinouts from this and use it to power this guy. However, this is going to have to run on a separate power. We are going to make it share a common ground, however. So our common ground is going to be on this plane, and then common power is going to be on the plus plane. However, due to us being connected, we are going to need a slightly different one. Okay, I'm going to need one of these. Okay. Let us get it. Sorry, just trying to calm down just a little bit. Oh, I've been reading quite a bit lately. I've been rereading TCAM for some reason, so To Kill a Mockingbird. Very good book. Would suggest rereading it. And it's always interesting to see what you miss as a child that you recognize as an adult. And yeah, I've just had quite the experience with that. Had quite the experience. Because essentially you don't realize what a lot of the words or actions or consequences of certain things mean. Hold on, looking for my screwdrivers. Should have a screwdriver for this. Okay. Let's get this guy undone. Sec. And again, right now we are just trying to work on the electrodes for our rock, paper, scissors bot. So essentially we want to be able to control our... We want to be able to control our system through commands given from Twitch chat. Sorry, I'm just looking for our... I need a different screwdriver for what I'm using. Give me a second. Too big. Good morning, Wanted. Welcome in. Okay, there we are. Okay. Yeah, I've been getting back into reading this year. For some reason, I didn't read much at all in my late teens and early 20s. Yeah, now in my 380s, I definitely get the opportunity. Well, I don't get the opportunity, but making the opportunity and time for reading was super important. This goes here. This guy goes here. And then we need to connect up our positive to here. Reading is important, though I don't read tons of fiction. Well, TCAM or To Kill a Mockingbird's... What's the word? Historical fiction? In the fact that it is something that definitely could have taken... I'm not actually sure if it's non-fiction or not. I imagine it's fiction, though. I believe it's fiction. But it's definitely something that could have occurred. And likely, in some form or another, did occur, right? But, like, looking back, I realized that a lot of my teachers and professors chose, like, books that were controversial or banned. Which is always very interesting in hindsight when you go back and look at them. I love hard sci-fi that actually could happen in the future. Yeah, definitely. I need 3 volts and ground. Give me a sec. 3 volts and ground. 3 volts ground. I need male to female for that guy. Apologies, guys. I don't know why, but I'm feeling ever so slightly jumpy. Okay, I'm just plugging in our power. Or not plugging in, I'm screwing in our power supply. Or our power supply for our power relay. Okay. What random thing should I be discussing right now? I feel like I've been jumping around a lot today. Which is fine, and it happens. But I'd still... I saw a clip... Oh, you are from, Correct me if I'm wrong, RPC, but you are from, L:'Q's, channel, right? I don't know how to properly pronounce their name. It's hard for me to pronounce. But I think you're from them, right? So you're here for the cooking. Yeah, so right now we are hooking up... I guess I should say that. So right now we are trying to work on... We're trying to work on the following. So we have these 10s units here. Those are units that are typically used for electrical stimulation for muscle rehabilitation or muscle like pain, etc. And we are essentially bypassing all the controllers in this guy to directly shock us at the... Well, actually, we do have a controller in the fact that we still have the potentiometers attached, but we are bypassing pretty much everything else to just directly shock us whenever we turn it on and supply power to it, because essentially what will happen is if we turn this guy from off to on, the second that it receives power, it should put out a signal across this guy. So the idea is that we're going to take multiple of these and link them together. So link them together with Twitch logic, and then be able to control my hand by shocking it in various different places to make rock, paper, and scissors. So we can play rock, paper, scissors together. Because I've always wanted to play rock, paper, scissors. So this was the fairest way to play rock, paper, scissors. Dude! Not that it matters, but you could actually make Neuro have a fair chance of winning this. Completely out of topic. But Neuro could actually have a fair chance of winning this game, unlike previous games. Wait, I thought you said you weren't going to let chat control these devices again. Linted, listen, it's been long enough. The devices feel as if ants are biting you to control you, to get you to, it is as if ants are biting at once to get you to do an action. Long enough that you forget the pain. Exactly, Linted. Exactly. I have forgotten the pain enough. Okay. Anyways. Need to continue. Okay, ground 3.3 volts. So I want to get this guy powered. Oh, and as for duration on this project, I actually don't think it will take overly long. This may be a project that does not actually take 3 days. So I'm looking forward to that as well. But yeah, so ideally chat should be able to use control messages from this guy who's going to be connected to my Wi-Fi network, who's going to be connected to Twitch chat. It's going to talk back and forth with Twitch chat and receive commands. The commands are then going to be translated into these power relays here, which will be responsible for turning off and on the power to our TENS units, which will correspond with the various different command. And we are going to be connecting those up with electrodes once we get there. So yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward. And then also, books we've had in middle school and we were told later, stuff like Outsiders, Tuck Everlasting, but by the time we did TCAM, GOD. Oh, okay. Ori, the only human dolphin capable of constructing a phrase, chat control, shock us, supply power, and bypass and not freaking out. Wait, is that actually something to freak out about? Am I missing something? Like, I don't see much of an issue here. I'm not sure if I should be seeing an issue. If any other electrical engineers in the chat could let me know if I'm doing anything terribly wrong. Trusting chat is generally not a good idea. Worst comes to worst, I can always disconnect the power from you guys. But yes, I generally trust you guys. Please don't make me not trust you. That would be appreciated. Hold on, I want to swap you and you. So the whole bypassing thing is 100% hardware, wire and circuit, and you'll still use the software side as is? In a way, yes. The bypassing thing, so we're bypassing the hardware on it besides the potentiometer, which controls the strength of the shock. And we're essentially, instead of controlling it with an on or off button, so usually these guys are in like a little silver plasticky case, and you press the on button, how long you want the signal to go for, and everything else. However, if you just like have it constantly on the settings, and then you strip it down and then you power it up, it should just only do the shock. That's the idea. And then we will use software side. We will write our own software. Would be something if you gave chat the power to adjust the voltage. I will not be doing that. Unfortunately, if you guys go too high with the voltage, it has a tendency of leaving not so pleasant bruises behind. And I would prefer to not be bruised, if that's okay with y'all. Apologies. I just need to make these the right color, or else I'm going to get crossed with them. We need ground power, and then signal. But yes, so we will be writing all the control software RPC. Then she has to explain the coworker so that the chat made the bruises. Okay, listen, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be the first time, okay? It would not be the first time that I have been bruised and my that's so bad to say. It would not be the first time that I have been bruised and my coworkers have questioned it. Again, like I have a very bad habit of like running into walls. Okay, yeah. So I like have a bruise here, for instance, but like I have a very bad habit of just like constantly running into walls, running into obstacles, running into everything. Pretty much forever. Smells like no, it's not. It is not. What are you using? What are you using the relay for? Triggering the shock in the board or controlling the pulse? If the latter, check the relay can be quick enough. Oh, so essentially... Oh no, it's my depth perception. I have really bad vision. I have really, really bad vision. Watch your makering. Very, very, very bad vision. That and sometimes, like, when I'm bored, I just run it. That sounds so bad. Sometimes when I'm bored, I just, like, bounce off the walls, quite literally. Like, you know, just as a little treat. Please don't put me in a mental asylum. You know, just as a little treat, I'll bounce off the walls. Time to build yourself a padded room. If bored, then hit wall. Yeah, exactly. Or floor, or whatever. That's why they put me in the padded room, so I can't do anything bad. How can we put you in an asylum when you already work in one? Maybe they'll let me out of the asylum and put me back in. Yeah, you guys are all just figments of my imagination, right? Sounds a little exciting. I had a middle school teacher who said if you are bored, then you are boring. Oh, that's a very interesting take. Dude, I unironically love that take. Okay. And there will be no presents given away. Well, there will be presents given away, but there will be no presents. Okay, then I need a GPIO control pin. How am I so slow? That's not the right pin. Nurse's log, day 722. Shot running into the walls bit. We'll monitor and assess. What if we get you one? You guys have no idea where to ship a gift. No one who watches my streams knows who I actually am, I think. Or wait, no, that's not true. That's not true. Never mind. One person. There's exactly one person who knows. And another person has enough information to find me, I suppose. Though I've asked them not to. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing, Watcher Makering. Oh, thank you so much, Cogs, for gifting a subscription to Watcher Makering. And also, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that, I thought was a thingy. that your financial advisor will be mad at you for doing. Anywho, let's go ahead and power this guy on. Didn't your sister watch your stream? Yes. So my sister my sister sometimes watches my stream. And, yeah. She knows that I stream. But, you know, what could possibly go wrong with that? Huh? Oh, I doubt she's there right now. And I doubt she would say anything if she was. No, she is married. She is married with a kid. Okay. So, that part looks working. She could report your description of she would... I mean... Okay. Hello? Hello? Hello, hello, hello? Let me check if you guys are able to see or hear. Hello? Okay, are we back? Are we alive again? Are we alive again? Okay, so we are alive. Oh no, Pokemon, I've had this for debut. Or I've had this since debut. I just never use this. Okay, I think we're good. So we can go back to our thingy. Well, okay. Okay. Apologies again, guys, for the disruption. Apparently it didn't like me talking about crackers. I'm not sure how much you guys caught on that. I'm not sure how much you guys caught or did not catch, but I was just discussing, or we were just discussing different snacks that we had available, essentially, during the event. What happened? I go and Ori was in her home. Yeah, unfortunately we had a quick disconnection, Cogs. Nothing that can't be fixed, though. Much like everything else. Anywho. Last I heard we were talking about Ori's sister. Oh my gosh, so how much did you guys miss? What was the last thing that you guys heard me talking about? Apologies. Reporting? Your sister, this is true. Okay. Yeah, so again, my sister does know about my stream, and then no one else in particular. There's one coworker who knows enough that they could find my stream if they wanted to find me. My sister was married. Oh my gosh, why did no one say anything? No one just said anything. Sag. Apologies, guys, for not seeing it sooner. That is my bad. Is that coworker the cute one? What are you talking about? It lagged and I thought it was on my end. Oh. Anyways. But yes, so my sister does know about my stream, but she's basically the only one who knows. Sound device. It was the moment that you can... I don't think... Not sure how to ping you in the other chat. Okay. Okay, 1 second. She could report... Okay, yes. Yes. So again, we had, like, really weird snacks for the Christmas party. Like, again, I'm not sure if you guys heard this, but again, we had, like, Taiwanese popcorn chicken, we had boba, we had coconuts, like actual coconuts, we had coconut water, we had juice and cider, we had cookies, we had candies, we had fried duck, we had mac and cheese, we had stuffing, we had fish. Wait, I think we had some fish. What did I cook? I brought a cake. I brought a cake. We had deviled eggs, we had noodles. Like, again, we essentially had like a 50-50 split of Asian food versus American style of food. Was the cake a lie? Tuck? Oriana? I'm sorry, what? I'm confused what you mean by that. Tuuckkkk. Oh, is the stream still going? Yes? 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 Caps. Okay. Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. 1 second. I am just going to reprogram this. If this immediately disconnects, we know it's an issue. I don't think it is, though. But if the Wi-Fi cuts out again, there are going to be issues. I don't think Ori is a gamer. Guys, I'm more of a gamer. Okay, no, that's not true, Shinzu. I am a gamer, okay? I'm a certified gamer, okay? Listen, I've played 17,000 hours of World of Warcraft, okay? Listen, I've beat Peekaboo, I've beat Zaryu, I've beat Snuts, I beat Venruki. I've played against and with like quite a few different people, and you know, I've played video games for a very long time, I'll have you know, okay? I'm gonna crash out. Yeah, I'm not crashing out, but I'm crashing out over this. Way too much. Way too much. I played way too much World of Warcraft. I played other games as well, of course, but to not call me a gamer is disingenuous, dude. To not call me a gamer is disingenuous. Anyways. Whew. Sorry. But, of course I know that the cake is a lie as a reference to Portal. And, of course, I played Portal 1 on the... By the way, we raided a channel you may like as a Dolphin Schmidt host, and they were streaming in an underwater... Oh, that is super cool, Theo. Yeah, and relax. Hold on, let me take a quick drink of tea. I just need some tea. Just give me a second. Okay. But yes, I'm a gamer. I promise I'm a gamer. I've probably played more video games than 95% of y'all combined. Or not combined. Is that tea? Yes. Yes, that is tea. I was having some Earl Grey tea. It is slightly oversteeped. Yeah, it's some slightly oversteeped Earl Grey tea. Gamer sure nearly ended up next to Cogs on the E, right? Listen, I'm just myself, okay? Anyways. Steam Year Review said I played no games in 2025. That is exponentially sad. Okay. So, let's go ahead and program the bot. We are just going to say that we are the what bot again? We are the... Oh, hello, Turtle Taco. If you're such a gamer, then how do I beat Soccer 2? Because I'm bad at shooters and need help. I mean, skill issue. Not actually skill issue, I honestly don't know. Okay. Okay, so hi. Tens bot here. Wait, did someone type red? Did someone type red? Did someone type the... I don't see anyone typing red. Did someone type red? Huh. Someone saw red. Sorry. Okay. I just need to get rid of some stuff here. So, we are just going to call this guy Tens. And, all 10s, and then we are GPI high, GPI low. Okay, so the only thing that we need to do, was it redo in the text? Yes, it was redo. Okay, so the GPIO pin that we need to control is GPIO pin number 5. We are going to set 5. Okay, so we're going to be using GPIO 5, which is in the top right. And let's see if we can get this working. Up. 5 and 5. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to upload the code so you guys aren't trolling. Okay. Let's give that a second. The code should upload. It's redundant. Yes, it is redundant code. Okay. Should be good any second now. And what we want to be able to see right now is when you guys type in 10s, once it's connected to Wi-Fi, this guy should glow red whenever you guys type 10s. So if one of you guys could type 10s, it should be good. All caps. Excellent. Excellent. Doesn't have to be all caps, apparently. That's news to me. Let me get rid of the 2 upper. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the uppercase. So it is forced. Give me a moment. Is everything okay, Otako? Is everything okay? Apologies, guys, for spamming out the chat as well. I'm actually gonna remove that. I'm gonna remove the Twitch message before we move further. Thank you? I appreciate the compliment. But don't worry, it gets way worse. By worse, it gets better. Someone link... If anyone has a link to the fire clip, please show that to Otako. Otako. I mean, it's definitely Otako, as in, like, octopus, right? Which one? Fire clip? The most recent fire clip, please. The fact that we have to specify the most recent fire clip is kind of sad. Okay, yeah, so that works. But yeah, that was the last experiment. That was our last experiment that we were doing. So we were doing a chat-controlled popcorn maker, or holiday popcorn maker. Do you want to play TFT or Minecraft later? And at least there was a fire, huh? Dude, maybe I should play TFT sometime. I haven't played TFT in forever. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and turn both of these guys on and then attach a battery to it. So give me just a moment. And what should happen is when you guys say 10s, or when you guys type 10s, it should turn on this unit. Okay. So if you guys could please type 10s, it should turn this guy on. Oh, all caps, sorry. I changed it to being all caps. Oh, hey, Stuffy Sneeze, welcome in. Okay, so you guys hear the beep? I'm not sure if you guys had the opportunity to hear the beep, so I'm gonna do it once more. And then put it close to the mic. So that means it's turning on. What we need to do next is we need to... I'm going to go ahead and power this guy off. And then we need to attach our probes. So we have our 10s units probes that we are going to be using. And, oh boy. Man, it's my most favorite time of the year. Normal League. Yeah, normal League of Legends things. We are going to need some connectors for this. These have a specialized type of connector. Let me see if I have one on the table. I do. Alright, so this is the type of connector that we will be using for the lead wires. And what I'm going to do is very carefully, I'm going to turn this guy down, get this guy attached. And we'll be on channel 1, actually. Channel 1 makes more sense. She isn't that far gone. Actually, that's not true, Pokemon. I actually did play quite a bit of League of Legends way back when. Not like way back when. Not way back when, but I did play quite a bit of League of Legends. And I was actually, I was a plat top main, I think? Not I think, I was. I played Riven. I was a Riven one-trick, so that probably goes to show you guys how toxic or not toxic I am. I swear I was a normal Riven main. By normal, I mean, like, actually normal person. Anyways. Let's go ahead and get this guy connected. I believe... Okay, I'm pretty sure here and here will work for scissors. Let's go ahead and get that attached. Okay, let's see. Like here, I think. Okay. Yeah, it should cause that. Okay. Anyways, the point is to mostly just have an electrical connection form so we can see the twitching. Anyways, let's go ahead and hook it up and see if it works. Dude, why am I doing this? It's okay. I trust you guys. Do I trust you guys? Yeah, I trust you guys. Surely I trust you guys. You like the feeling, I guess? IDK, do you? I don't know, man. I love how you ask that every stream. Like, I trust you guys, but, like, you say that, you did just admit to being a former League player. Please don't trust us. I trust you guys. Listen, if I ever, like, limit things to being for only certain users, or, if I limit things to only being for certain users, beyond for a bit, or, like, actually making it matter, please always let me know if I'm being unfair in any way, and I will make sure I'll be fair. Unless it's for the bit, in which case it's for the bit. Okay, so anyways, what I'm going to do is very carefully connect this guy. I'm going to keep it unconnected for now, so on 0-0 for both. Posture check is good. I am going to put both my feet on the ground, though, just in case it shocks me a little harder than I'm expecting it. And I am going to go ahead and plug this guy in and give it a try. Please don't shock me, please don't shock me, please don't shock me. Okay, so if you guys type 10s right now, if one of you could do it, I would appreciate it. Just one. Just one. Ty. How about just... Okay. Yeah, so nothing happens. Because, it's not currently toggled on. So what happens is if I... go ahead and power this guy on to, like, a 1, and then you try it. So if one of you could do it now. Ah, man. I don't like this part. Okay, I didn't feel it. Let me turn this guy on for longer than a second, so let's go ahead and adjust the code. So I'm going to adjust the code real quick. It is a bit hard for me to type when I have electrodes on my hands. So please give me a bit of forbearance, and I will appreciate that. Let's go ahead and set this to 5 seconds. Get this guy toggled. Get this guy turned off in the meantime, and then reprogram it. Okay, so all that I did was that I just quickly reprogrammed it to use a delay of 5 seconds, so it'll be on longer. Because if I recall, I need like a 3 or a 4 to even feel anything. So yeah, that's what we need to do. That's where we will need to start. And yes, and we are just controlling it with these electronics at the moment. So again, we are receiving commands from our microcontroller here that is talking to Twitch chat. Twitch chat. This is connected to my network, connected to Twitch chat. It's looking for your commands, in this case tens. Just to turn it on, it is communicating via this pin here to tell this unit to, hey, turn on power. And then it will turn on power to our tens unit here. And then that should have the stimulation happen. Okay, so if you could go ahead and try, I would be appreciative. If you just like one person, or any. Specifically, Ty, I guess. Okay, cool, that's fine. Okay, so I'm not feeling anything at the moment. I'm going to slightly turn it up. Okay, let's try that again. So we'll go ahead and try it again, please. Ah, there we go. Okay. So see how my hand is slightly twitching? That's okay. You guys can spam it. It's not on like that high of energy that I'm worried about it. Go ahead and anyone can type tens. So what should happen is I'm holding my hand completely straight. I'm not doing anything else. My hand is just limp. So if I type tens, we get a little twitching here and here. Is the frequency adjusted correctly? As much as it can be. As much as it can be. Right? Like, this isn't going to be perfect. No solution's going to be perfect. So now what we have to figure out is placement of these guys. I think this is going to be have to be slightly higher. So now we are in the part of experimentation, so we essentially need to figure out where to place these guys. So there may be one or multiple units evolved. So what I'm going to do is... Do we use a second unit? I'm pretty sure we can make rock. Yeah. I'm going to peel this guy off. These are reusable, so it's fine. We'll take the shortest path. Okay, we're gonna need something to close these. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and give this guy a try. So feel free to spam tens as much or as little as you guys would want. Anyone can. It is not on like an overly high frequency or overly high intensity right now, so it won't hurt me in any way. It's like, again, barely an impulse. It's just making my pinky move. Hold on. One more time. Okay, so essentially for... Okay. How are we gonna do this? Okay, could you please give it a try now? So we need to essentially find which muscle groups we're going to need to place electrodes on. Alright, see you later, Silver. How do we make this guy close in? I think we need to make an electrical pulse across this guy. Let me try something. So if I put it here, then inside out, like here. Alright, give that a try. Let's try that slightly higher. Give me a second. Okay, try again. Again, we're just doing science right now. By science, we're essentially trying to find... yeah, it's just this but stronger. Okay. One more time. So if I'm completely limp, or as limp as I should be... Does that work for rock? What's your guys' opinion on that for rock? I think we might be able to do better. Hold on. So if I put it like slightly more offset down here, that looks painful. It's not that painful. It does if we say it does. Yeah, exactly. Okay, try again, please. It's not painful. Trust me when I say it's not painful. Like, it's really not painful. It just, like, slightly does it. Okay, so that's pretty close. That's pretty close. And then if we're, like, horizontal, please try again. This is like the Alex Kidd in Miracle World levels of rock, paper, scissors. Dude, what's going to be hard is going to be figuring out scissors. Because paper, we just basically don't send a shock, right? Rock, we basically shock everything we can. But scissors? Okay. Give me a second. I'm going to relocate the electrodes. Inside out here. Inside out here, and then across this, and through here. Should work. Or might work. Okay, please give that a try. Please give that a try. Oh, please don't do that again. Give me a second. Unfortunately, I need to turn down the intensity on this one. Okay. Just try again. Yes, it is an electrode. Good eye, good eye. Alright, try again. Now it's too low. Okay. Dude, this is... Alright, try again. Super finicky? Yeah, this is going to be finicky. Okay, we could try... Give me a second. Why do you have electrodes? Why not? We are trying to make rock, paper, scissors robot, okay? Listen, it's a robot that you guys get to control, and then we can play rock, paper, scissors together. Doesn't that sound fun? Okay. And then this is gonna have to go slightly higher. Okay. Anyone, feel free to... Okay, so I need to make the intensity of it slightly further back. Okay, try again. So again, we're trying to make scissors right now. That's closer. Try again. Let's try from like a slight angle as if we are like again playing rock, paper, scissors. So rock, paper, scissors. Oh, that's pretty close. That's pretty close. That's pretty close. All right, try again, please. Okay, let me adjust the voltage slightly on this guy. Give me a second. Okay, try again, please. I mean, that's pretty close, right? That's pretty close to scissors. One more time. Yeah, this is close enough. Yeah, this is close enough to scissors. Okay, so, one second. I'm kind of making this note for myself. Okay, so we need to essentially put an electrode here. So on the median, and then basically dead center. And then wire goes up this way, wire goes down this way, and that does matter. Okay. Okay, so once again, Again, I'm just going to have this so we will know for future use where it goes. Give me a sec. Let me just unplug it. Okay. Oh my gosh, please. Please, just right. Okay, so right now I'm just outlining on my skin where the electrode should be placed. I'm gonna translate it to paper later, but right now I'm just going to mark it down. Okay. Alright, it's time to ask the second question, or second decision path of this. So the second path / second decision pattern is, are we going to be playing against me and you, or you and you? So are we doing 2 people, or are we doing 1 person? Or are we doing 2 sets of controls, or 1 set of controls? You guys want to be able to control both? Us versus you. So essentially, will you guys be able to control chat versus Ori? Okay. I thought you meant both options. Oh, no. We're doing both options regardless. Okay. I think that looks good. And so if I detach this... Okay. Yeah, that'll be good enough. I'll be able to trace from there. Okay. So I have it written on my hand, essentially where I need to place our electrodes. Oh, this guy goes down here. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to rock and getting rock set. So I think rock is just going to be at a higher voltage across the palm, like here. So we want the center of the shock to be basically across the line. So, inwards, like this, and then across, like this. Okay. Okay, so I think this will do well for rock. Let's go ahead and check how this works for rock. So this should be rock. What we want it to happen is for this muscle to get stimulated and essentially cause our hand to fold in on itself. We are going to have to slightly bump up the voltage, ever so slightly. And then I need to connect it, and then we can try. Let's go ahead and give this a shot. Okay. So, whenever you're ready. Or actually, whenever it's ready. One sec. That was too high on the voltage. Okay. Let us try again. I lowered the voltage. Hopefully that will not smart as badly as that just did. Alright, try again. Listen, this is how science gets done, okay? Is this... The problem is, if we're like this, it's good enough for rock, right? So you guys are going to be like on this screen. Go ahead and try again. Also, it's only 7:03. Do we go for the completion today? This is how science gets done, through human experimentation. I'm human dolphin. I'm a human dolphin hybrid, so it's okay. It's okay. It's ethically okay to experiment on yourself. Okay, it's probably not ethical. It depends on your code of ethics, I guess. But it's okay in my code of ethics. Did you get your independent review board approval? No, I did not get IRB approval on this. You see, she is a biohacker. I'm not a biohacker. Alright, try again, please. So again, if we are this way, so you guys will be over here, I'll be over here. I need... Okay, so try again, please. We may need to get multiple different circuits going. Like, you can just spam it out. We may need to get multiple stimulations across this guy. I may want to set up an additional one. Hold on. What I'm going to do is set one here. And set one here. Okay. Go ahead and try that, please. No, that doesn't work. Okay. Where will work then? Higher up. Higher up. Okay, try that, please. Again, if that's okay, we shall get it done. So again. That's pretty close. One more time. Maybe I need a second point on my thumb here? Maybe? That's pretty close. It's just not quite what I'd like. And then let's just double check that this is scissors. Okay, try that again, please. 20s? Nah, it's just 10s. Oh yeah, no, that's definitely still scissors. Okay, scissors is fine. Do you guys think we should go for completion today? I think it's within the realm of possibility that we could complete this experiment today. If you guys are down for trying. That makes future me worried, but we might be able to do it all in one day. Yeah? One day build? Okay, so... Okay, one day build. We ball. We ball. Speedrun? Okay. Alright, so we'll go for it, guys. Let's go ahead and... I guess we'll bang it out in a single day. Alright, so next part. I basically need to redo all of this. Sparks will finally win the more than 2 hours bet. I don't think so. But essentially what we have to do... Oh no, we've done multiple one-day builds, Spark. It's just before you've been around. I just usually try to plan. Okay. So... I essentially need to get a second set of them working. We'll need to make it asynchronous. Okay. Okay. Easy. That means it's been more than 5 months. Okay. Perhaps. Dude, that's when we were doing simpler experiments, okay? To be fair, we were doing simpler experiments. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this. We got an hour and a... Oh yeah, it got reset. Wait, does that mean the redeem thing is also reset? Huh. Anywho, let's go ahead and get this guy. Alright, so we are going to have to refire through this, and then we are also going to have to redo the coding part. So what I am going to need is... I'm going to need male to female wiring, male to male, common ground, and then across. Okay, easy. Let's do it. Okie dokie. Why circle on hand? Oh, so this is where we are placing the electrodes. To Max Stairfax. That's to the Max the Stairfax. I love your name. I love your name, by the way. Dude, I love your name. Sorry. Quick aside. I love your name. Okay. But yeah, so this is where we'll be placing the electrodes for scissors. And then Rock is just gonna go across. Okay. I need to get male to female wires, and we need to get this wired up in a jiffy. That's actually rare. Usually I'm very slow in getting things. Oh, there was also someone named Smog here earlier. I'm not sure if they're still around, but Hobbit's pretty good. I was gonna let her open a pack of cards or eat chocolate, depending on what she already did. Nothing evil about that. Okay, wait. There's no... Okay. Listen. If it comes off cooldown, you guys are welcome to try to use it. Chat reflects the streamer in the fact that streamer likes eating crayons and we are feeding her crayons. That's not true. Just because I have that as a possible redeem does not mean that you guys need to redeem it. Is that also a server emote? Is that a wand? Nina wand? Anyways, power. Yes. Oh, dude, server emotes are so cute. Alright. It's Mina Smug. Sorry, it's hard for me to look at both. Whoop, whoop. So anyways, right now we are hooking up a power relay. Let me open an image real quick. Power relay. Okay, so if you guys take a quick look, I'm going to explain the wiring here. So in our top right, we have our signal trigger. So that's what we are going to be using to supply the command to run the electrode. We have supply negative, supply positive. That's going to be our ground and our 3.3 volts respectively. So those are going to be necessary. And then, if you look on the left side, you'll see the control device in the top left. So that's going to be the TENS unit that we are controlling. And then in the middle is our live wire that's going to be connected directly to our secondary battery system. So yeah, let's get going. We got a hole. We got a hole, Minawan, is what I would say if I was Cerber. But I'm not Cerber. Last I checked. I'm actually just Cerber's alt account. I'm joking, of course. Good luck. Oh no, trust, we got this. I wouldn't have offered to do this in a day if I didn't think it wasn't possible. Say 1-1? 1-1? 1-1? I don't get it. Alt counts SMH? Okay, Wolf. You're one to talk. Trust? Yeah, you guys gotta have a little trust in me. Dude, this is the day when just LA smacks you down out of the heavens and says, yes, I'm actually Wolf with Sword's ult. It just happens right then and there. LA just comments right now, I am Wolf with Sword. That would be hilarious. And then you'd never live it down, but... okay, so we have our ground and our 3 volts. But that would be a hilarious Divine Comedy. Anyways, so we have our input here. Let's go ahead and connect that up as well. So we are going to need to also connect it to another GPIO, general purpose input and output. We are going to be connected to D4, which is the one right next to it. So let's go ahead and do that. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, no problem. Let us put this here, get this guy wired up. So something that I noticed is this guy does not have a hoppa. Which does not fill me with confidence. Put the hoppa over. Give me a second. Okay, wire's good. And then I'll need the control device, secondary device. Okay, I need a secondary piece of power. No, it's actually Wolf with Staff is Wolf with Sword. You know, One day Wolf will really do that as a joke. I don't think Wolf will ever do that as a joke. That would be hilarious, though. Anyways. Okay, so we have it connected. I'm gonna need battery connection. Okay. Yep. Okay, so... this goes here. Who's my ult? You are yourself. You are yourself, Ty. I don't know whose ult you are, though. Also, there's 0 chance that I could be Cerber. Cerber is... wait, yeah, Cerber's a talented singer, right? I'm most certainly not. While I can sing, I wouldn't say I'm talented. Also British? We haven't heard you attempt to sing? Yeah, you guys haven't. One day I would let maybe someone hear what I sound like. That's on the list. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. Where is it? I'm sure it's on the list. Hold on. Maybe it's in my other notebook. I'm checking my notebook of ideas. Dang, I don't know. 20 gifted subs she'll sing? No, there's 0 chance I would sing. Again, I'd want to run it by someone to see if I should sing on stream in the first place. Mostly because I don't have a huge amount of confidence in myself. Okay. Why do you need others' approval? I don't. But I would like to make sure that I just don't, I don't know, blow someone's eardrums out. Also, usually, what's the word? You have a set of songs that you are used to singing, I suppose. And the songs that I can sing, I would need to practice, I'd need to do vocal warm-ups, and I'm not sure how things would turn out. And, yeah, there's just way too many unknowns about that. Okay. Yeah, if someone is actually pretty good at listening to music, let me know. Also, I don't know traditional music theory that well, so the problem is I don't know, Chief. Anywho, I'm gonna need one more set of electrode spikes. Give me a second. Let me just grab that. Give me a sec, I have to grab something. I'm gonna go ahead and swap out the camera battery before I forget about it. Okay, sorry I'm back. Oh, hey, Ryu. It's been a while. How have you been? Hopefully you have been A-okay. Well, welcome in. I need to get this configured. Yeah, sorry to hear that you've been overwhelmed. Things do get better, or they get worse. I'm not one to say. Okay. Second set of electrodes. Okay. Dude, if I'm great motivation there, Ori. Sorry, I try, okay? I'm not great at motivational speeches. Also, I managed to break the tuning indicator on my Kaido KA500 radio. Oh, hey, Wacky Brain, welcome in. How's it going, dude? I saw your soldering stream. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? The one where you were trying to fix your mouse? I really wanted to try that trick you did with using the what's it called? The solder wick as a bridge. Shouldn't you be focusing on your stream? Wait, is he actively streaming right now? Is he actively streaming right now? Okay. Yeah, maybe. Oh, great. Okay. That actually kind of makes sense. Meridian's been around for a very long time. Um, Thank you for redeeming chocolate and cider, by the way. Yeah, solder wick works great as a flexible grounding strap as well. Yeah, yeah, someone in Wacky's stream was mentioning it. Okay. I like how I'm just wiring this all while talking, because that's definitely what I should be doing, paying lots of attention. Okay. We like paying lots of attention here. We like paying no attention. Okay. Just need to get this guy wired. That's wired, and then we'll need to edit our code. Okay, so give me a second. Let's edit some code so we are able to trigger both of our stuff. So again, the way that we are doing this is we essentially have a duplicate setup here now. So we have multiple. Let me move myself slightly out of the way. So we have multiple different TENS units here. So over here, you'll see multiple different TENS units. Each one's going to be responsible for a different sign. So this one, for instance, will be responsible for rock. This one will be responsible for scissors. And no signal will be sent in the event of paper. And then we need to control all of it. So this is what's necessary to control it. So we have power to power each individual TENS unit. We have a relay for each individual TENS unit for its commands. We could branch it off into two separate ones, but right now we just have it on one per board, and then we will be controlling it all with this guy. So let's go ahead and give that a try. First things first, I want to make sure that this guy can trigger, so that will be the first thing that I will be doing, or we will be doing. So let's go ahead and give that a try. So in order to make this guy trigger, we'll just make a secondary bot command. So we will go to our code, open up our code. The wick idea was so good. Yeah, it was. Yeah. So we are just going to go to our code, yoink this code over here real quick, and we are going to go TENS, and then we'll make a second command. We'll call this rock. We can go ahead and change our commands over to rock. And oh, hey, PTSD cat, long time no see. No, we just set stuff on fire as usual. And then we have a rock, and then we need a second command. Our second command is going to be... What's our second command? Oh, yeah, scissors. Scissors. Scissor. Scissors. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and give this a try and see if it works. The only thing that we have to adjust here is our digital write pins, so give me a moment, and it should be looking a-okay. So we get the compilation. Should work. I'm not expecting there to be issues. And then let's go ahead and reprogram it and see if we are able to trigger it. So we should get it to trigger if we run the command scissors. Oh man, dude. What am I gonna do on Wednesday if this works? Then I have to figure out another project, dude. No! Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. So we're waiting for it to reprogram the flash and then connect. Give it just a moment, guys. Mistakes have been made. Okay, so if someone could please type rock, should turn this guy on. Very good. And then scissors to turn this one on. Alright, excellent. Then I need to test this guy's voltage. And then please do it again. Please do rock again. So we want to hear the beep come on this guy. Okay. We got this. We got this. Combate. Okay. I will type scissors, I suppose. Oh, okay. Yep, and I'm sure you guys heard the beep, but just in case you didn't hear the beep, I'm going to send it again. 3, 2, 1, send. Okay. Okay. Give me a second. I'm just recoding something real quick. So one thing that I want to do is add a command for paper as well. So, to verify that we got the paper command. Okay. So there is a few more things that we actually have to do here. So let me explain. So much like you might think, or if you're thinking to yourself, hey, there seems to be a problem here. I'll give you guys a second to think of what the problem is. There is a problem present, but there is going to be a small problem that we have to deal with. Hopefully you'll figure it out. We'll just wait until the bot reconnects. Okay, it reconnected. Okay, let me send a paper just to make sure the paper is working. Okay, cool. Alright, so the problem with this is pretty obvious. It will play whatever command it gets first, right? We don't want that to happen. So, I mean, we can do that in theory. However, I'm not sure if that's a great idea. Lizard Spock. Anyways, what we need... Okay, so I'm between two different options right now. Do you guys want to be whoever has it first, or whoever sends it across first is the one who gets to dictate the command? Or would you guys rather it be a combination of whatever you guys send across? Because essentially, the way that it works right now is it's essentially a queue. It's a random pull. Okay, so count for a few seconds and use the most chosen. Yeah, we could do that, Alex. That's the thought. The thoughts are the following. I can make it weighted. I can make it whoever uses it the most. Or I can make it something else. So whatever you guys would like to do in this case is pretty open with me. Lottery, please, I must gamble. Okay, lottery is actually easier than expected. So lottery is I just slow down the pulling rate. Actually makes it very easy. Lottery is just slowing down the pulling rate, essentially. Random pull, auto waits. Yes. Okay, so in order to do that... Gamba is the motto of the stream, I feel. That's fair. Let me unplug the microcontroller for a second. We're going to do a quick bit of programming. Give me 37.5 seconds. Actually, it's going to be a lot longer than 37.5 seconds. So essentially, we have to make a poll, or a way of getting the information. Okay, how are we gonna do this? No, it's going to be more like 5 minutes. Okay, we are gonna do what's known as the worst math in human history, okay? So here's the idea, okay? I'm just gonna write it out in the main function. Also, we don't need this. Okay. Okay. We pull 10 user messages. User messages for rock, paper, or scissors. we add the total. We add the total, or we perform modulus 10 to get the answer. In order to select, we do the following. Chosen modulus equals, chosen modulus equals mod 10. Actually, I'm not even sure if this is how it works, but whatever. We'll figure it out. 10 mod, or it's rand 10. Rand 10 mod 10? Something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I'll get it. We'll get it. Actually, no. Modulus 10 is just... There we go. Okay. So essentially we find a random number between 1 and 10. So it chooses a number between 1 and 10. Technically this would be 139, but that does not matter. Wolf, I see you there. The next part that we do is that we take our chosen modulus and we want to properly camel case, not Pascal case. Okay. So chosen modulus equals chosen modulus minus rock seed if rock seed if chosen if... Oh, we're just doing very bad math. Modulus if chosen modulus minus thank you, I will hydrate. Thank you for the hydration check. And again, we will get this finished today against my better judgment. I happen to be a fan of bad math. Good. Good. Be prepared. If chosen modulus minus... Or actually... if chosen modulus... If chosen modulus is less than 0, less than or equal to 0, we choose rock. Else chosen modulus equal chosen modulus minus chosen modulus equals chosen modulus minus scissor seed. Also, this should be count, not seed. And then if chosen modulus is still, we choose scissors, and then else we choose paper. Okay, so what this code is essentially going to do is we are going to generate a number between 1 and 10 randomly. That number will be again, a random number between 1 and 10. We are then going to, actually, we don't need to do a modulus 10 on that. I'm a little slow. We don't need to do modulus on this. Okay, so we get the random number. It generates a random number 1 through 10. And this is actually going to be 1 through 10. I think it's 0 through 10 technically. Or is it 0 through 9? Yeah, either way, it's fine. Then we'll essentially perform some math whenever you guys say rock count, or whenever you guys choose rock, or whenever you guys choose scissors, or whenever you choose paper. It will populate our seeds, and essentially if you guys chose all paper, what should happen, or if you guys chose all rock, it should... Oh, everything okay, Hellcat9? Just chain loading. So essentially, if you guys chose all rock, it would subtract 10 here, and then it would be less than or equal to 0, and then we would choose rock, else it would continue onwards. So it just randomly has a chance of falling into it based on how populated it is. Right? Straightforward, right? Clear as mud? Good. Okay, now I just need to implement it. Trivial, right? We're great at implementing things on the fly. Hold on, I'm back. So what is this software IDE, the language that will be used, toolchain, etc., hashtag nerd? So this is C++, I think, or C, one of the two. I honestly don't know whenever I'm writing between the two languages. This is in Arduino IDE, as said. The board that we are going to be using it on is the ESP8266, my dear beloved. It's essentially an older version of the ESP32, so that's what you should think of generally. The reason why I use the ESP8266 is because it has better I/O, in my opinion, on the dev kits than the ESP32 for the same cost. And if we return to our code, we are going to be doing some math. Anyways, professional software engineer, everyone. Again, I think I've said this multiple times before. I never know what language I'm programming in. I just program and make it compile. I don't know if that's like a really bad take, but that is what I do. Anyways, we're going to set up some variables. Me? No, I manage the software engineers. Oh, good for you, Shinzu. Our class is not only for C++. See, this is why we don't worry about this type of fancy stuff. Scissors count equals 0. Okay, so rock, paper, scissors, and then we need random. I need to... I'm not a huge fan of doing this. Hold on. Double, double, double. A double. Sorry. Double. Stray Crow. Hey, Stray Crow. Welcome in. And I thank you for the posture check. Random. Non-equal random. I hope that's correct. And then we'll just cast it to an int. We'll cast it to a double. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So we make things compile one at a time. Too many arguments. Too many arguments. How are there too many arguments for a single... Sigh. Give me a second. Let's try that. Okay. So that should generate a random number 1 through 10. Not the greatest way of doing it, but who cares? It's our way of doing it. And then we need total count. So double int total count equals 0. Okay. So what we are going to do is whenever we see a message... Oh my gosh, dude, how am I gonna program all of this in like 30 minutes? Guys, we need hype music. What should we listen to as hype music? I need some hype music. Okay. Let us do it. Doom Eternal, Pokemon battle music. Scissors count equals scissors count plus 1. Doom music 1 hour. Okay. Fish spinning to Doom Eternal theme. This? Are you guys able to hear it? This is totally in flavor, right? This is totally not in flavor for the stream. This is not in flavor. And louder? No, no. Okay. We got it. We got it. Okay. You're right. You're right. Okay. Rapid programming time. This is rapid programming time. We are in the desperation times. We are in the end times. Scissors count, paper count, rock count, rock count equal plus 1. Okay, and then we need total count. Total count equal total count plus 1. And then same thing here. Okay, easy, and then paper. We don't need to see paper anymore. What we need to do is we need to make the paper counter actually increase, so I'm going to increase the paper count here. Oh, you guys are actually going to see how fast I can actually code when I'm paying attention. Uh-oh. Paper count equals paper count plus 1. Hello, Maple, welcome in. I hope you're doing wonderful today. So we have paper count, we have rock count, we have scissors count, and then we have total count, and then if total count is equal to more than 10. So what we are going to do is take this code up here. We're going to return. We're going to bounce. We're going to check it again. We're going to check it again. There's a problem here. I made an oopsie. I made a big oopsie. We need a serial read command, or a client loop command. Okay. Alright. So we need one of these, and then we need to actually put this into code. So let's go ahead and code this up, I guess. If total count equals 10. Enter logic loop. So in our logic loop is going to do the following. We check that it's 10, and then we are going to need this guy and these. We're going to need all these numbers here, and we have no problems with them. Apologies again, guys. So essentially now I'm sorting out my doubles. I'm taking my integers here. So integers and the doubles, we are just going to comment these out. I just need them for reference. So we are commenting out the reference there. Hello, Brink, welcome back. And yes, we are trying to get this done okay, and we needed the Doom soundtrack, and that's what was voted on. Welcome in, Desert Artificer, and yeah, I gotta lock in. Anyways, so we take the total count. If the total count is 10, what we want to do is immediately reset it down, so total count equals back down to 0. Then we say we are choosing, we are going to send a Twitch message, and we are going to say that we are choosing a sign in 5 seconds. Throw the delay. And then, I mean, technically, we're going to have some calculation time. But what we are going to do now is we are going to perform the actual math. So we have our random number. So what we are going to do is double random number. I need to redefine this here. Okay, so it's going to be constantly moving random number. That's fine. Random number is constantly random moving number. And then what we are going to do is random number equals random number minus paper count. If random num is, if random number is more than, if random number is less than 0, less than or equal to 0, we want to say we chose paper, so paper is a no signal. So that is a no delayer. Okay. Easy enough. Okay. Paper here. Else. Paper here. Paper has nothing, so some Twitch message. Ah! Paper. Okay, so send Twitch message paper. That's going to be paper because paper doesn't have any electrical commands associated with it. Then we need to associate rock, and we need to associate scissors with something. Easy enough. So next, else scissors. So random number equals random number minus r scissor count. Wouldn't we need to read the data sheet? Yes, that would be correct, but don't worry about that. I don't know how to write assembly. I'm not going to pretend I do. Random num equals random num minus scissors count, and then what we do is we do another check on it if random num dup. This is very bad programming, guys. Do not do this for any reason. I'm only doing this because I'm in a rush, and that makes it okay. Scissors count. So send Twitch message scissors, and what we want to do, digital write 5 high delay. Okay. Or are you saying this to throw off the scent of how good software is coded? Yeah, exactly. Digital write 5 low. Okay, so next we take our digital write, and that looks good. So after all of this, what we need to do is we need to perform another loop on this. So else, so if else, so else we do that logic, and then else we do this logic. When are you not on a Russian stream? I'm actually never in a rush. I try to pace myself almost at every time. Like, this is me actually coding as, not as fast as I can, but like at a reasonable rate. This is how fast I'd code at work, except I'd be coding properly. Okay, so we have our sizers, we have our random count, paper count, and then we need our rock count, so random num. So we're just going to take this guy, up, and rock count, okay, rock count, paper count, that count, and then we do the same thing, we just grab this guy over here, and then, actually, no, because it's automatically scissors, or it's automatically rock. Rock. 4. And then at the end of our logic, if, else, rock. Okay, so it's either paper, scissors, or rock. All of those things are okay. And if I can type correctly, we have our rock, we have our scissors, we have 7 seconds to actually throw out the signal, we have a 5-second delay, so I'm able to choose what signal we are going into. So after we figure out what signal we are going into, what we need to do is the following. We need to reset all of our variables back down so we aren't wasting time on the total count. So that would look like a little bit of this. We do this, 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 and that should reset everything. So only upon when total count equals 10, which is increased by whenever we go through this guy. It is globally defined, so it should be good to go. We are taking the random number of it. So we are getting the random num here, so random num. We are checking to see and minusing it out. Yeah, should be good. Let's go ahead and check if this compiles. Alright, so we ran into some problems. No issues there. It's likely just some spelling mistake on my part because I cannot spell. So that ESP chip has networking capability? Yes, it does. Scissor count scissors. Oh my gosh, S's, man. We hate S's here. Scissors count. What's the difference? Let's go ahead and just get rid of scissor. We'll just call it scissor singular. Okay. Let's see if that compiles. Ooh, still. Oh, interesting. So we're getting an issue with scoping on this. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Paper, rock, rock, paper. So paper, rock, left side, left side. It looks fine to me, total count. And then we need to fix our variables. Easy. Okay. Yes, thank you. Alright, so all of our code compiles. Let's go ahead and clip it and ship it onto the board. Alright, so back to programming it. I need to make sure, real quick, that I have it correct. So the one thing that we need to check beforehand is... our image of our outputs. So we see 5, GPIO 5, and GPIO pin 4. So what we need to do in response is make that connected across our different, get it connected across our different outputs here. So green is 5, which is connected to our older electrodes. Our older electrodes, double check, older electrodes. So green is 5, so green is scissors. So those need to go in the scissors positional. Okay, so scissors positional. Okay, so 5 goes in scissors positional, which are these two. Okay. So give me a second. Let's go ahead and get this guy connected. Okay. Goes like this. Then this. And then our other one will need to go across our hand in a different location, which is going to be our main, which is going to be here, and gosh, I need to put this down slightly. Okay. So across here and here should be good. Okay, let's go ahead and give this guy a try. So we have our electrodes for both. It should work. TM should work. So I need to check the voltage. Okay, and then we just need to reprogram it. Give me a second, guys. Okay, we're reprogramming it. Alright, so it is reprogramming. Please give it a moment. And then we should be ready for rock, paper, scissors. I will get a 5-second message to make sure that it works. And then, yeah, we'll go.
I hope you guys are good at rock, paper, scissors. Actually, you know what? I'll give you guys a handicap. I'm just going straight paper to start. Let's see if you guys are able to get it working. I believe it has to be all caps. Are you guys, like, purposely throwing? Are you guys purposely throwing? We will still lose. Yeah, someone's gonna throw, bro. Okay, hello? Oh, okay. Choosing a sign, choosing a sign, choosing a sign. I'm choosing paper. Choosing paper. Okay, it chose paper. Dang it. Okay, you guys gotta go again. Go again. That was a draw. That was a draw. This is the problem with random RNG. Maybe we shouldn't have done random RNG. You guys, come on, come on. Why are you guys purposely inting? Okay, we're going with rock. Okay, that needs to be stronger. Hold on. Rock symbol, it needs to be stronger. 4 is new. Yeah. Okay, try again, try again. Please try again. Well, paper doesn't even shock me, dude. Okay. You know, I'm just gonna choose scissors. What are you guys choosing? You guys chose paper. Guys, you lost. Come on, I need you guys to try. I need you guys to try. Please try. Please try, come on. Also, I want to turn this down ever so... I need to turn this down slightly. Apologies. Come on, please. Please. I'm just choosing paper. You guys got this. You guys got this. Come on. You sound like... Please try. Well, I didn't... Okay, again, paper. Come on. I swear if it goes paper again. Scissors. Ah! Yes! Yes! Yes. Good, good, good. Okay, okay, go again. We go again. We go again. I'm gonna choose rock this time. Or actually, no, I'm gonna choose... I'm not gonna tell you guys what I choose. Just whenever you guys are ready. Just throw like 10 signs. But this is working, I think. Try rock. Try rock. We want to see rock. I want to see rock work. Stop choosing paper, guys. Stop choosing paper. We want rock. We want rock. We need rock in our life, okay? We need a bit of rock and roll, okay? Tear, rock, roll. And whenever this decides to process all your messages, gun's not a message. Rock. That seems like there were 10 messages. Did something happen? Hello? Code? Alright, I'm gonna reset the code. Give me a second. Give it a second to re-go. Okay, try again. Try rock, please. Rock, rock. Rock us out. Okay. I'm playing scissors. You guys choose rock. You guys choose rock, okay? Okay, please, 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 please. Scissors! God! You can't cheat choosing scissors! I am going to cry. Why did you guys choose scissors again? Why did you guys choose scissors again? You guys need to choose rock. You guys need to choose rock. We did it. It's your bot? It's not the bot, bro. Your random code is not random enough. It's random enough. It's a skill issue. One person did. It was a 10% chance. Okay, please. Rock. Rock. Yes. Ow. Kind of rock. Ow. Okay. Good. That hurts just a little, but it does work, guys. So, one last one. I'm not going to tell you guys what I pick. I'm resetting it. I'm not telling you guys what I'm picking. Okay, I have mine picked out. Okay, I have mine picked out. You guys are going to choose. I'll give 5 subs if you guys are right, okay? I'll give 5 subs if you guys are right. You guys got one chance, okay? Well, we'll play until you win or lose. But, okay. I am not looking. I have already chosen mine. It is this. It is scissors. Let's see what you guys chose. What did collective chat choose? I chose scissors. Rocket! Yes! Rock beats. Excellent. Excellent. Excellent job, guys. You won. I chose scissors. Very good job. Okay, so... I'm just gonna stop that music. But... it does work. So the bot does work as expected. So we did make this in a little over 2 hours, which is kind of nice. So yeah, so we made an electrode-controlled robot to play rock, paper, scissors against each other. We did get it working, and as I am someone who does, in fact, keep promises, I am supposed to give you guys 5 subs for winning rock, paper, scissors. So congratulations to the people who got subs. Okay, so now what we are going to do is I think we are going to call it here. So who would you guys like to raid tonight? We can raid pretty much whoever. But yeah. Who would you guys like to raid? Ready? Okay, we can probably raid Ready. If Ready's still streaming, we'll raid Ready. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, we'll raid Ready. Okay, so we will send a thing over to Ready. And thank you guys so much for being here today, tonight, whatever it's called. I appreciate you guys being around. I will be streaming again on Wednesday in case I don't see you. Make sure you have a good evening, afternoon, and night. Okay, cool. Yeah. See ya.